What's up, everybody? My name is OMG WTF LOL to WBRB. Welcome back to more Total Extreme Wrestling 2016. We are playing the Local to Global Challenge, and we are doing our own company. I like how I reversed those. We're doing the Local to Global Challenge, and we're playing as our own created company, the IWC, the International Wrestling Corporation. And last month was a big month because we held two shows. First time we ever did that, and probably the last time we're going to be doing that in a long while, because as you can see here, we lost $4,473. If we're rounding up, I'd honestly round that up to $5,000, even though it kind of looks more around, I would say, rounding it down to 4,000. But anyway, I'm still going to round it up to 5,000. We're close enough, to, in my opinion, and ooh-wee, that is a financial hit. Normally we lose, a grand. That's like $2,000. That was when we were in December. This is the most we've ever lost, but wrestling industry's going down. The economy is going down here in America. Nothing we can do about that. It's unfortunate, but that's the challenge. We're a local company. We decided to start our company up in a bad time in America. I mean, low economy, no interest in wrestling right now, really. A very low interest in wrestling. But we're fighting back. We're giving it our all. And let's see if it really affected our popularity at all. No, doesn't look like it. Yeah, no, we remained at a 10, which I guess is good. We didn't lose any popularity, but doesn't look like it gained us much of any. Lovely. So yeah, that two-run show was not a good idea, but we ran with it. We gave it a shot. Nothing we can do about it now except move on and try to make our money back in this dwindling economy and dwindling wrestling industry. So without further ado, let's go ahead and run the show, shall we? So we open up with a 19E minus rating as George Holtz stands in the ring for opening in-ring action. When out comes his opponent, Randy Tyler, who takes to the mic before the bell rings, and he goes on to say, "Now, wait a minute. I'll get to you in a second, Gregory. But first, Ivan Putski. Yeah, I know you're here tonight, you walking dumbbell. So listen up. Don't you go getting a big head just 'cause you beat the upstart Randy Tyler. Because you only got lucky. And the next time we cross paths, I'll prove it. But before that, I gotta take care of old George boy here." So just a pretty generic promo from Randy Tyler, reminding everybody about his issues with Ivan Putski. Putski beat him in, his debut matchup. And Randy Tyler, who's got a bit of an ego, a chip on his shoulder, none too happy with losing to a rookie in his first match ever. Kind of calling him out here, saying he's lucky, and pretty much telling him, pay attention to what I do to Georgie here. So, E19 minus rating to get the show started here. Losing heat for the storyline, the rise and fall of Randy Tyler. And looks like we drew 93 people here, so I think that means we made... I think we charged $10 per ticket. Golly, I don't know off the top of my head. Maybe like $930 or something like that, I think it is. And I feel like that might be too much, but no, it has to be around that, I think. Anyway, who cares? 39E plus rating for the actual matchup here. In a decent match, George Holtz picks up a rare victory here tonight as he goes over Randy Tyler in 8 minutes 21 seconds. Randy Tyler again letting that ego get in the way there, and good old George boy here caught him off guard. Maybe a quick little pinfall, maybe a DDT into a pinfall, or whatever the hell George Holtz wants to do. I don't know. Either way, Holtz gets the victory, and hopefully that'll shut him up. I doubt it, though. We're going to have a lot of people upset with us over the next coming weeks because, I can't book everybody, and I'm trying to book cheap as well, so people are going to be upset that they're not getting booked, and there's nothing I can do about that either. It's the struggle. Either way, This match did get the crowd hotter. Randy Tyler with an in-ring performance of a 37, outperforming good old George Boy here, who only had an in-ring performance of a 28. Randy 9 points higher than him. As for worker improvements, George making the most of his appearance here tonight, improving in his technical skills and his performance. Good for you, George. Trying to give me a reason to get him out of that jobber area. Then we go on to a 45 solid D rating. Of course, Randy Tyler, none too happy about losing his match to George Holtz. Typical, in Randy Tyler fashion, every time he loses, he throws a hissy fit in the middle of the ring, pouting and whining, showing his age here pretty much. He's quite young, and definitely showing that he's a little immature as well. Think of the Christian days, Captain Charisma throwing his little hissy fits in the middle of the ring as well. That's what Randy Tyler's doing. 45 solid D, though. I mean, the fans love Randy Tyler throwing a hissy fit in the ring. I mean, that's crazy. Moving on, we go to a 24 solid E rating here as we go over to our interview area out in the... Because we're a local company, I try to think as a local mindset. I'm not going to have a TV monitor or ways to, show promos and skits backstage, because we're local. And honestly, we're just kind of performing in front of the audience that showed up. But there's no recording this. There's no TV. There's no YouTube or internet at this time. So we're just trying to draw an audience as best as we can. So there's no really backstage skits, in my opinion. So the way I like to, or the way I'm going to try to book the local side of this, and maybe even, until we get to a cult company side of this thing, or at least until we get a TV deal, is try to focus, keep like the segments in front of the audience. So we got like a little interview area off to the side from the entryway or something like that, where people come out and get their interviews done in front of the audience pretty much. So there's no, I guess, backstage skits and stuff like that. I'm trying to put myself in the mindset as a local booker. So I don't know what made me go off on that tangent. I just thought I would let you guys know, and maybe some of you guys thought it would be interesting to see the amount of detail that I try to put into these things. Anyway, we're over into our interview area where John Doe, not me, you guys know who John Doe is, don't you? He's a legend. John Doe is standing over in the interview area, and he is joined by the team of Baron von Heisinger and Karl von Schatz, a.k.a. Evil Incarnate. And Don goes on, or excuse me, not Don, but Doe goes on to take the mic, and he goes, "Gentlemen, tonight you two have issued a challenge to the young and powerful Dino Bravo to find a tag team partner to face you two tonight in the ring." "Why, yes, you see, Mr. Doe, we are not bad guys. We are giving Mr. Bravo a chance here tonight." "Well, it's hard to believe you two aren't bad guys when you two requested to be called Evil Incarnate as a duo." And that's when Karl von Schatz steps up and he goes, "We are bad guys, but we are not bad guys." "Exactly. We are not monsters. Dino wanted a fight, and tonight we are giving him a fight. Whether he finds a partner or not." And then they walk away all smiling, kind of insinuating that Dino won't be able to find a partner. Even if he doesn't find a partner, that they'll just beat him up 2-on-1. But as they're walking away, you can hear Karl von Schatz say pretty loudly, "I hope he does find partner. More people to hurt, the better." Karl von Schatz is very... Baron von Heisinger tries to hide the fact that he's not the bad guy, but Karl von Schatz, he's not too good at hiding he's a bad guy. He's a bit of a psychopath, it looks like. This goes on and advances the new Baron von Heisinger storyline, I guess we got going on. Probably should change the name of that. Moving on, we go to a 34E plus rating here as Ivan Putski's in action. We have a decent matchup here as Ivan Putski goes over Frank Dalton. We haven't seen good old Frank Boy in a while since December, I believe, when we booked everybody on the card. He's been working for another company, and we just haven't been able to work around that. But we had him here tonight. I figured, let's give him a match. And he goes under Ivan Putski in 10 minutes, 7 seconds when Putski gets the Polish hammer off. 34E plus rating here. Unfortunately, Ivan Putski seemed off his game here tonight. Come on, Ivan. What are you doing? I'm giving you this push and you're off your game. What the hell? This match did get the crowd hotter, though, which is awesome. Ivan Putski with an in-ring performance of a 29, and Frank Dalton with a 33, outperforming Ivan. So despite being absent, the IWC audience has not forgotten the Cowboy. No worker improvements here as we move on to our next segment, which gets a 29 solid E rating here, as the Polish powerhouse Ivan Putski celebrates his victory over Frank Dalton. That's when Randy Tyler comes rushing out from the back, and he jumps Putski from behind with a steel object, so like a chair, a steel post, maybe a piece from the turnbuckle or something from the ring that's not, set up because there's too many parts or something like that. I don't know. Either way, Randy Tyler, he comes down, he strikes Putski from behind with that object, and Putski's just knocked out. There's no, this is the 1970s. There's no outrageous beating the living crap out of them over and over and over again with the chairs. Let's try to keep it in the era. The 1970s is simple. It's not like, oh, they need to do all this to knock him out. He hit him in the back of the head with like a steel pole or something. He should be clocked out. Either way, Putski just lays there knocked out. Randy Tyler puts his boot over Ivan Putski's back, and he poses for the crowd, just raising his arm in there with a big smile on his face. No hissy fit here, showing that it doesn't matter that Ivan Putski's bigger, stronger than better. He's human, and he can get knocked out by the best of them. So that goes ahead and advances the storyline between Randy Tyler and Ivan Putski here. No worker improvements, though, as we move on to our next segment, I believe. Oh, not quite our main event yet, but we're leading into our main event. 23 E- rating here, as Evil Incarnate stands in the ring, awaiting the arrival of Dino Bravo and his possible partner. When out comes Dino Bravo, but out he comes alone. And that is when Baron von Heisinger, being Baron von Heisinger, he takes to the mic to mock his foe, and he goes, "What's the matter, Dino? Couldn't find a partner? I can't say I'm surprised. While the fans may love and adore you, everyone in the back can't stand you and your ego." And that's when Dino, he points at Baron von Heisinger, and he goes on to say, "Keep your mouth shut, I found the partner." Who in the right mind would want to team with you? And that's when the young Don Anderson comes out to join Dino Bravo as his partner. And unfortunately for Dino, Evil Incarnate can't help but to laugh at Don Anderson being the partner of Dino Bravo because, let's be honest, Don Anderson, a rookie in the industry. This is only his second match, I believe. He didn't even win his first match, so he's on a losing streak. And it's kind of a joke because the only person I guess Dino could get to team with him is someone who doesn't know Dino Bravo. Baron goes on to, I'm pretty sure he's going to say what I just said, but he goes on to take to the mic again, and he goes, I should have guessed. The only person who want to team with you is someone who hasn't even been here that very long. But you'll learn tonight, Mr. Anderson. And then Carl grabs the mic as well, and he goes, "Rookies scream more anyway," with a big smile on his face. And Anderson, not one to back down, he is, of course, the Avenger. He takes to the mic and goes, "You two don't scare me, and I won't stand by and let you two bring your own brand of evil to the IWC. We will see, Mr. Anderson. We will see." And that goes ahead, ends off that segment, little promo between them to introduce Don Anderson, kind of get him a little bit of a push here as well. And we go on to start the match. Main event. I almost said end of the night. Main event time, as we got Evil Incarnate taking on the team of Dino Bravo and Don Anderson. 35 E+ rating here, and a decent matchup. Evil Incarnate goes over Dino Bravo and Don Anderson in 12 minutes 54 seconds when Baron von Heisinger defeats Don Anderson by pinfall. So, unfortunately for the young Rook, just wasn't able to get it done here despite giving it his all. Evil Incarnate most likely cheated the win. They are evil, and well, I think that speaks for itself. Don Anderson, though, really off his game. I imagine him being a rookie, of course, he was, probably a little nervous being in the main event, so I'll give him a little slack here tonight. Carl von Schatz with a 32 in-ring performance. Good job, Carl. Baron von Heisinger outperforming everybody in this matchup with a 34 in-ring performance. Don Anderson with a 24, and Dino Bravo with a 32 in-ring performance, so tying with Carl von Schatz here. Also, gaining heat for the Baron von Heisinger storyline here. Do we have any worker improvements? Yeah, look at that. Carl von Schatz improving in his performance. That's good. It's good. Okay, so we go off. We end off the show. We get ourselves a 34E plus rating here. Apparently, Don Anderson was used far too much in the show. Him being a rookie, the crowd was like, okay, but it made sense for the story, so I'm not going to complain too much. Also, apparently Carl Von Schatz was slightly overused as well, but I disagree. I think Carl Von Schatz, even though he's new, he's definitely worth the money, and I don't agree that he was slightly overused. I think he was perfectly the right amount overused. Don Anderson, maybe you're right, but I won't agree with Carl Von Schatz. So either way, what are we going to do? I think we're going to give Randy Tyler a bit of a thank you here tonight, because even though I think George Holtz did better than Randy Tyler in his match, Tyler somehow pulled out a 45, and he just, in general, he was really kind of the star of the show. He had a lot of things tonight. I mean, opened up the show, had the opening match, threw a fit, and had the best segment of the night. I mean, I don't know how, and then attacked Putski from behind. Yeah, I'm gonna say he probably had the show, or excuse me, he was the star of the night, but who else should we thank? Let's look at the matches. I think Evil Incarnate probably did have the best match. Actually, they're tied with Holtz and Tyler here. So, do we tell Baron von Heisinger, Randy Tyler, and George Holtz, because Dino Bravo and Carl Von Schatz both had a... I think that's what we'll do. So let's go ahead. We'll get Randy Tyler. We'll give him some encouragement. We'll just give them all some encouragement, because no one really did amazing here tonight, but did good enough. So we'll give them all encouragement. Randy Tyler seemed pleased. Baron von Heisinger seemed pleased, as did good old George boy George Holtz. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna end this off here, but as you guys all know, that it's kind of around this point where it seems like the video recording lags out. Maybe it drops some frames or something. I'm not sure exactly the correct terminology for it, but it gets to the point where my audio gets distinct with the video. Sometimes I'll be saying some things that haven't happened yet or have already happened, and I'm trying to get better at remembering that. Trying to maybe, when I stop the recording, leave a couple of seconds on there to maybe let the video catch up to me. But anyway, that's just my fair warning to you guys. I'm not really sure how to solve that problem. That could just be a problem with my computer, because TEW is taking a lot of time to, what's the word I'm looking for? Load up to the next day. So anyway, apparently Hollywood Wrestling got rid of their booker. I'm not sure why. Oh, maybe it's this guy. He was probably their booker, and now he's retiring. Scumbag Chic, as usual. God, look at this guy. Chic, guys. Cheeky Baby here has a lot of enemies. I've never seen someone have so many freaking enemies. In this game, at least. I'm sure that's plenty of stuff in real life wrestling. Look at that. We got a very positive rating on our IWC Origins. So, I mean, we do good shows. It's just, unfortunately, the business is not helping us right now. As we can tell, I mean, look at this. Falling, we're at a 28E on the economy. Come on, I really hope it doesn't bottom out. I really hope it doesn't bottom out. 47D on the wrestling industry. If it bottoms out, oh wow, I was gonna say I'm going to Canada, but Canada's economy is rising. I mean, the wrestling industry is rising, or excuse me, economy is falling, but the wrestling industry is rising. Where would I go if I'd have to go to Europe. Let's go to excuse me. Let's go to Europe if America bottoms out. We'll move to Europe. All right, what do we got here? Yeah, Jules Strongbow retired, so Hollywood Wrestling, there we go. Okay. Oh, Frank Dalton says Ivan Putski can't sell worth a damn in my opinion. He needs to learn how to work. I mean, it's his rookie year, Frankie boy. Calm down. Calm down, Frank. All right. So, let's go ahead and look at the finance real quick, see just about where we are at. I think we'll be fine this month. Because as you can see, we're only about $1,000 under.
We've made around 3,000 in sponsorships. I think we'll be fine. I think we should just squeeze by. I think we'll make a profit, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's go ahead and do a quick auto push here. I want to see something. Randy Tyler, got that mid card. Carl Von Schatz is at the lower mid now. Don Anderson, lower mid, good for him. Dino's at the upper, and we already know Baron Von Heisinger, main eventer, baby. Let's look at George. George got to win. Let's not skip over George. Upper mid Carter. Holy crap, George. Now I've got to push you. Ripper Savage still the star. You know, before we end this off, I want to go ahead and let's check on Alex the Butcher, Giles Poison. Let's see if he's had a match over in the good old JWA yet. Match history. Oh, he has. So, 55 rated match where, let's see, he took on Dory Dixon, and he lost. There you go, my man, getting on the card. And he's a mid-carder over there, too. I'm hopeful that they'll release him. I know it's hard to say that. It's kind of effed up to say that, but I'm hopeful they'll release him. But at the same time, I'm glad to see one of my guys getting their spotlight. It's always cool seeing someone that you booked going somewhere else and getting over and hopefully getting a big push. I mean, that's a written contract. That's guaranteed money. JWA they're ranked number 1. I did not know that. I thought the WWF was still ranked number 1. No, they're ranked number 3 now. Is Jimmy Crockett Promotion taking them over? No, they're 4. Who's number 2? Now I gotta. Oh wow. Wow, EMLL's number 2. I would never have guessed that. Wow. But if we go here to the, is it most popular? No. That's why they're super over. Mil Mascaras is over there. Is it Company Wars? I think. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Wow. Entire world. Never mind. I think they were number 1, but they're probably going down. Let me look at their popularity, and then I think I'll end off this video. Let's track their progress, because I think they've been going down. Yeah. Oof. The WWF is not doing good. Although they have increased over in the Great Lakes in the Mid-Atlantic area, 48 to 43. But they've increased in Mid-South as well. In fact, never mind. They've gone up over in here, but then when you scroll down, they're starting to go down in a lot of bigger areas. Like New England, I guess they were super over in. They had a 66C+. Now they're down to a 58C-. They're rising up in the Northwest area. Southeast they're rising up in. So really just the New England area and tri-states where they're falling, but that's because they were so freaking over there. Let's go ahead and look at their titles real quick. Ethel Johnson's the current women's champion. So no major reign for Fabulous Moolah. Some women are actually getting over here. In fact, not trying to be racist or anything, but they got a black woman as their champion. And that is a huge deal for this time, I would believe so. So good for the WWF over there. Women's World Tag Team titles, they got Paula Kay and the Fabulous Moolah. The International Tag Team Champions are Johnny DeFazio and Dominic DeNucci. Gorilla Monsoon is the current United States Heavyweight Champion, and he's killing it. The WWF World Heavyweight Champion is Killer Kowalski, and he's killing it. But wow, God, Monsoon is doing way better than Kowalski is doing with that United States Championship. Look at the prestige. I'm curious. Let's look at it. Yeah, no, he is killing it right now. He brought that thing up himself, whereas Kowalski might have brought it down. Yeah, Killer Kowalski is bringing the title prestige down. And the World Junior Weight Champion is George Steele, the Animal. Not quite the Animal yet, though. While we're at it, let's go ahead and look at Jimmy Crockett Promotions. Let's look at their size real quick, because they might be moving up since they're getting a lot of stars. Yeah, it looks like they definitely are moving up in the industry right now. 36 D-, and now they're at a 46 solid D. They stayed the same around the Mid-Atlantic area. No, never mind. They rose. It was a 66C+, so they got a 68C+. So it's just about 2 points. 18 to a 24 in the Mid-South. 14 to an 18 in Midwest. 11 to 14 New England. 5 to 7 in Northwest. Southeast, they're killing it at. They're at a 48 D plus, and now they're at a 63 solid C. Like that's incredible. Jimmy Crockett Promotions, I fully believe, will take over the WWF at some point. And their current champions, they got the JCP Universal Championship, which is one they created themselves. And they got Mr. Wrestling as their champion. And then their NWA Atlantic Coast Tag Team Championships are currently held by George Scott and Sandy Scott. So the Scott brothers, I guess. And one big thing I guess we'll look at real quick before I do go ahead and end this off. The NWA was kind of the big thing at this time, so their titles are, I guess, considered like the world championships and all that. So if we go ahead and look at their titles, these are, I guess, the actual world champions here. So we got the NWA Southern Heavyweight Champion, who is the Mighty Igor. The Southern Tag Team Champions, who are Pat O'Connor and Bearcat Brown. United States Heavyweight Champion. There's 3 of them. Okay. Well, the United States Heavyweight CCW Champion is Bruno Sammartino, so good for him. The United States Heavyweight DET Champion is Earl Maynard. That looks like the legit one nowadays. And the United States Champion PCAC. Is there 2 A's there? No, there's only one. Skull Murphy. And then the United States Junior Heavyweight Champion is Emile Dupree. And then our Junior Heavyweight Champion is Ron Miller. And the World Heavyweight Champion currently is the Viking. Okay. Interesting. Alright, well, that's going to be the end of this video. I've gone on long enough, kind of giving you guys a little bit of a tour, I guess, around what's happening in the world or some of the bigger companies. So, yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, do me a favor. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, don't forget to share this video with your friends, Facebooks, Twitters, Instagrams. I don't give a dams. Anyone that you feel would enjoy my content, give them a share. Help your homeboy get some new subscribers. Up in this bitch. And as always, my name has been OMG, WTF, LOL to WBRB. Be on the lookout for this entire week, because I am going to be uploading 3 videos, including this one. So we'll get 2 local to globals and Sunday Night Heat this week. I didn't upload anything last week because I had a very busy week last week with work, and then I had wrestling in the weekend. I think I'd even warned you guys about that. But until then, guys, I will see you later. Have